What's up, you guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about fragrances from the Harmonist. Why didn't y'all tell me about the Harmonist sooner? Like, nobody told me. Nobody said, Amanda, you need to go smell fragrances from the Harmonist. Oh my God, this literally happens to me every year. Y'all know it's about to be a new year, right? I've been smelling fragrances all year and all of them are great. All of them are great. If you know, if I brought it to you on my channel, it's a good fragrance. Rarely do I ever come on and talk about fragrances that I don't like, right? Like I never do that. But I was in Neiman Marcus in Houston and I decided to go by the Harmonist counter, and Sue, who works there, super sweet lady, gave me a bunch of samples to try because listen, at the time I was not prepared to drop the coin on a bottle of perfume at that moment. Like, nah, I had literally just purchased a purse for my daughter in Marc Jacobs and I was like, yeah, I'm tapped out for the day. So she gave me a bunch of samples. She was so sweet. So I went on Instagram and I posted about, you know, my trip to the Harmonist counter, and the brand actually reached out to me and sent me a discovery set. Then they turned around and sent me a full-size bottle. So we're gonna get into it. I absolutely love this brand. I love everything about them. Their brand, now I haven't done, like, I've researched here and there, so I do know a few things. Now they're about almost 10 years old. I believe they released their first fragrance in 2013, so they've been around for a little bit. Their fragrances are based on feng shui, from what I remember reading, and their fragrances are divided into the yin and the yang. Okay, you guys don't know what that symbol it looks like, I will put a picture up so you can see what I'm talking about. But I love the vibe. I love the vibe of their fragrances. But before we get into that, let me introduce myself. My name is Amanda Marie. Over here I love to discuss all things fragrance, so if you're into fragrance, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, baby. All right, now let's keep going with the video. So again, Sue, the sales associate at the Harmonist counter in Neiman Marcus, sent me home with 5 samples. She gave me a sample of Moon Glory, which, you know, Moon Glory reminds me a lot of fragrances like La Vie Belle, also Flower Bomb. It's a very sweet fragrance to me. It's actually one of the more popular scents from this brand. But because I have fragrances in my collection that are very similar to this, I don't know if I'm gonna add this one to my collection. So that's that. And then she also gave me a sample of Majestic Wood. She gave me a sample of Yin Transformation, which I don't think is a part of the Yin and Yang series. She also gave me a sample of Royal Earth and Desired Earth. Now, when I posted about the my experience at the counter in Neiman Marcus, I posted it on Instagram. The brand actually reached out to me and sent me a discovery set. I was like, yes, okay, yes. When I tell you I love the Harmonist, these fragrances speak to me on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? Like, these type of fragrances, just they're just unique. They're unique, they're different. I know when I wear these fragrances, I will not smell like anybody else, and that's what I ultimately love about these fragrances, because, you know, I'm a fragrance reviewer, and when I talk about fragrances, it goes like that. Like, y'all go out, listen, I know the fragrance game. I know what happens when influencers go talk about certain fragrances on their channel. You guys go out and buy the fragrances. Nothing wrong with that. But oftentimes we go outside smelling like each other. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't have a problem with that. Listen, if I love a fragrance, I love a fragrance. I don't mind anybody else smelling like me. It's not a big deal. But I do also love when my fragrance smells different and smells very unique, and that is what this brand gives me. It gives me earthy, it gives me sexy, it gives me all the things, all the feels, everything that just reminded me of why I became a fragrance influencer in the beginning, okay? And I love when I find new brands. And on top of that, and rarely do I ever fall in love with the majority of all of a brand's fragrance, okay? That rarely happens. I may fall in love with about 2 or 3, 4 offerings, 5 offerings, and they may have a ton of offerings, like Killian, for instance. Killian has a ton of offerings, and I pretty much have 90% of his collection because I literally love everything that he drops, right? That is how I feel about the Harmonist. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna take my time investing money into building my collection with the Harmonist, because listen, they not cheap, okay? They not cheap, and I can't do it right now. You know, it's Christmas time in the city, and you know, I got things to do. But you know, come next year when things settle down, then I will do it, okay? All right, let's get into the Harmonist. So like I said, they did send me their Discovery Kit, and it was divided. I'll put a picture up. Of course, I threw away the box. I don't really save my boxes because it just takes up too much space. But anyway, but it was divided into yin and yang, okay? Yin fragrances are black and the yang fragrances are white, okay? And again, it's a part of their feng shui vibe, you know, that they're giving you. And it's a funny thing, I'm wearing white today, so I guess I'm team yang. Who knew, okay? But on the yang side, I got Velvet Fire, I got Golden Wood, I got Sacred Water, and Desired Earth, and Matrix Metal, which is a very unique scent. If you guys are interested in me doing a separate video kind of breaking down all the different fragrances from that Discovery Kit, let me know. I'm not going to do it in this video because, honey, it'll be way too long, okay? On the yin side, I got Majestic Wood. So I have 2 of those. I have Hypnotizing Fire. I have Guiding Water, and then I have Royal Earth, so I have 2 of those, and I have Metal Flower. Now, I literally wore these fragrances, like, I wore them for a week, okay? I really like, when I tell you I went in on the Discovery Kit, well, first of all, I had to reach back out to them and tell them like which fragrance I wanted. But I knew I wanted 2, and I knew I wanted 1 yin and 1 yang, just to, you know, 2 is a better number for me. 1 is a lonely number, child. 1 is a lonely number, trust me, I know. So I said, no, I need 2, just to even things out. We were talking about feng shui, right? And from my understanding, it's about balance. So I needed it to be balanced. So after I played with the fragrances, I ended up requesting Desired Earth, okay? I loved it. My daughter loved it on me. It was a game changer. So I have it right here, and this is what the bottles look like. I don't think my camera is actually going to do this any justice. So I will definitely pop up a picture because I know my camera didn't do it any justice. But let's get into the notes on this fragrance. I love the packaging. The packaging is very minimalistic. It's giving me a minimalistic feel, and I like that. I think when I redo, now I don't know, I'm gonna try. I was gonna say, I think when I redo my back, when I bring my fragrances out, I may do a minimalistic feel to it, but that's gonna be hard, okay? That's gonna be real hard. Okay, let's get into the notes for Desired Earth. All right, and what's interesting is a lot of you guys didn't like it on Fragrantica. In the top, you have something called Sishu, you have violet leaf. In the middle, you have ambrette, juniper, patchouli, and then in the base, you have Toulouse balsam. Man, the accords are aromatic, fresh, spicy, amber, green, musky, powdery, woody, warm, spicy, floral, and balsamic. I am going to give this a little bit of a spray just so I can refresh my memory. I'm only going to do one spray. Oh, okay. Oh, this thing is almost orgasmic. Do you understand? Whoa. Man, hold up. Man. That's beautiful. Now, you know, at initial spray to some, it may come off a touch. I'm going to say a touch. I'm not even going to say a bit, because a bit is way too much. It comes off with a touch of masculinity, but you guys know I love, you know, unisex scents that lean a little bit more masculine. You know what I'm saying? Because I like my fragrances to have some kick, you know. But oh my God, you get this green note immediately, but it's not like necessarily like an earthy green, okay? It's fresh, it's very aromatic, okay? It's a little bright to me. It's not dirty, okay? It's not a dirty green, not a dirty earthy green. You definitely get that patchouli, but again, it's a fresh, warm, spicy, smooth, earthy, sexy patchouli, you know. And I'm a fan of patchouli. I think patchouli was really one of the first notes that I actually fell in love with when I started reviewing fragrances, and then I fell in love with saffron, and then I fell in love with iris and vetiver. So you guys know those are my top 4 notes in fragrances. But this is a gorgeous patchouli scent. But again, it does come off a little green. And the name is very befitting. It smells very hypnotizing. It has a mysterious feel to it, but also fresh. It's very fresh. It's very sexy. It just kind of like, you know, it catches your attention. It's different, but not too different to where people won't, you know, like it's not too different where the fragrance doesn't make sense, you know, because sometimes you'll get a fragrance, you'll smell it, you'll read the notes, but it doesn't make sense, right? It's not complete. This fragrance is extremely complete, okay? It tells a story. It has a beginning. It has an end. It's blended to the gods, okay? It's blended the house down. It's blended. And it is beautiful. It is beautiful. Now, I heard a little wise tale. I don't know how true it is, but I heard that Janet Jackson likes fragrances from the Harmonist. That's what I heard. And you know, I know Janet got some good taste. Okay. See, Janet has a very feminine, soft side to her, kind of like myself, but also an edgy side, kind of like myself. So I can see why she would enjoy this fragrance. But it is amazing. It is really amazing. I don't know what Sishu is, but it looks like a green leaf. I don't know what Sishu is, but it looks leafy. It's green and leafy. Now the Toulouse, is it Toulouse? Yes, Toulouse. Now I would say this fragrance is very resinous. So when I say resinous, it has like a ambery feel to it, because amber is a resin, right? It could also have slight incense type of smell, because a lot of resins come off smelling like very woody, because resins come from a tree, right? And sometimes they can come out smelling a little incense. I don't get incense from this. I get more of a woody note, okay? It's definitely giving me earthy. It's giving me sexy earth, okay? Like this earth is extremely sexy. Like not the earth we living in right now. This must be another earth. But I thoroughly enjoy this fragrance, man. I thoroughly enjoy it, and I thank the Harmonist for gifting me this fragrance. I'm going to say this hands down is my second favorite fragrance from the Harmonist. Now, let's get into my top, okay? The one that I almost passed out in Neiman Marcus when I smelled this fragrance. So my favorite, okay, and I had to get this bottle. I had to get it because this was, when I went to Neiman Marcus and I smelled the fragrances, this was the second one that Sue presented to me, and I fell in love with it immediately. Now this is the Yin, okay? Again, my camera is not going to give this justice. Plus there's a glare from the ring light. But this is Hypnotizing Fire. Y'all. Oh, it smells so good I almost want to cry, but I can't mess up my makeup. Oh boy. You know when you smell a fragrance and it just sends you, it transcends you. A lot of people don't understand. Fragrance is supposed to move you. It's supposed to invoke a feeling, okay? It can even make you reminisce. It could take you back to a certain event, a time, a place, you know, growing up as a child. You know, smells have a way of triggering memory. This fragrance, it shoots me all the way, like it just rockets me all the way to the moon, honey. Baby, this fragrance, this is probably one of the most exciting fragrances I've smelled all year. No lie. And I've smelled a lot this year, you guys. I've smelled a lot of fragrances. All right, so in Hypnotizing Fire, in the top you get pimento, in the middle you get Bulgarian rose, in the base you get Madagascar vanilla, and Indonesian patchouli leaf, and opanox. Okay, another resin, another patchouli fragrance. I told you guys I love patchouli. This fragrance is like, imagine patchouli sprinkled in sugar. That is what this smells like. This is ultimately a sugar patchouli fragrance. Now I know there's another sugar patchouli that just came out, and I'm gonna get it in a couple of days and come back and review it for y'all. I should say, and we'll see. This is the ultimate sugary patchouli fragrance. It's sugary from the Madagascar vanilla, and from my understanding, pimento can come off a little sweet as well. The accord is described as warm, spicy vanilla, balsamic patchouli, rose, amber, woody, sweet, okay? Fresh and earthy. Now, of course, every time patchouli is added to a fragrance, they're gonna call it earthy because it does have an earthy smell to it. I don't get a lot of earth in this. I get more earth and desired earth. I don't get a lot of earthy notes in the Hypnotizing Fire. I get a lot of sugar, okay? I get spicy, and it's from the pimento. That's what it is. Pimento comes off spicy from my understanding. I do pick up on that. Now, as far as the rose, I don't get a lot of rose, and that's probably one of the things that actually drew me into this fragrance, because if it had been too rosy, I probably would have passed on it. But to my surprise, and thank you, it's not rosy at all, but it's not heavy on the rose, and I love that about this fragrance. Now, I would definitely say I'm gonna spray a little bit. I'm gonna spray a little bit on my wrist here. Y'all saw that sprayer? Beautiful sprayer, okay? Beautiful. that opening is so beautiful. It has the most intoxicating note in that opening. It actually reminds me of something sweet, another sweet fragrance. And I can't put my name on it. I don't want to say Lily AMANDA10, but that's the first fragrance that actually comes to mind. But I don't want you guys to think that this smells like Lily AMANDA10. But in that opening, it has a feel of something very sweet and beautiful like Lily AMANDA10, okay? As it dries down, you start to pull a lot of that Opanox, which is a resinous smell. You pull the pimento is where you get the spicy. So as this dries down, I pull the pimento, which starts to smell a little spicy, and then I get this beautiful sweet vanilla, not creamy. It's not creamy. It's sweet, sugary, crystal vanilla sweetness. Okay, these are like sugar crystals, okay? And then you get the patchouli, and then I do get a little bit of woody notes from the Opanox, which is another resin, okay? But this is an amazing scent. I definitely give this a 10 out of 10. It's very unique, it's very different. It's the kind of fragrance that's going to turn heads, okay? You're going to break someone's neck when you wear this fragrance. I'm just saying. Now, as beautiful as these fragrances smell, I will be honest with you and say the longevity is moderate, okay? I don't feel like they're necessarily beast mode fragrances. They're beast-esque, okay? They're beastly, but not beast mode, if that makes sense. Like, it's a baby beast, okay? It's like a baby beast. It's not like the daddy beast, okay? So you're not gonna just walk in the room and your fragrance is not gonna consume the room, but you're gonna get this beautiful sillage, amazing sillage. I mean, the scent trail that it leaves, honey, you will have people running, okay? They're gonna be running to ask you what you're wearing. That's how these fragrances are coming. I would say the longevity is moderate. I would say the projection is moderate, but I would say the sillage is excellent, okay? Excellent. Definitely gonna work my way through the samples again, because I probably will add another fragrance to my collection from the Harmonist. I don't know which one I will add. At this point, I'm gonna enjoy what I have and take my time picking another fragrance, but I thoroughly enjoyed the Harmonist. I recommend you guys get out and smell them if you can, or pick up that Discovery set if you're interested in trying them out, okay? I think the Discovery set is going to be the best way to go, because you get a ton of fragrances to try and experience for yourself. So comment down below if you have anything from the Harmonist. I would love to know what your favorite Harmonist fragrance is, okay? If you are someone that enjoys fragrances, you enjoy my videos, you relate to me as far as fragrances, like we vibe on the same fragrances, like we like the same things, you know what I'm saying? I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell. That way you don't miss out every time I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I hope you are smelling good doing it, okay? I will see you in the next video.